weekend I have wedding on Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
and that's my plan. On Friday I going out with my friends to dinner in a restaurant in Madrid.
All right. Can you say all of that in one sentence or in one paragraph?
At In the Friday, I
Mm-hmm.
um
On Friday?
no in the um afternoon I will go with my friends to a restaurant, and in the Saturday I have a wedding all the day.
All day?
Yeah,
Wow. You will be having uh, a lot of fun all day.
yeah, yeah.
All right. Okay. When we mention the days of the week, we usually use
Hmm.
on Friday, on Saturday. And if you want to use American English, you would say on the weekend as well. If you want to use the British English, you would say at the weekend. So which one would you like to focus on? Which one would you like to focus on? American English
Uh,
or British?
no, British.
Okay, so you would say at the weekend.
Okay.
All right. We will see some tenses today. I share a link with you. If you can open the chat here on Skype. If you can open the chat, you will find a link. Try
Mm.
to open it, and you will see a whiteboard. It is interactive, so I can use it, and you can use it as well. You can write things down, you can draw things, you can move, edit, etc. etc. Right now it is
Okay.
empty. Right now it is empty because it's new, right?
Mhm.
We're going to start new with this whiteboard. To move between the slides, you will click on the numbers that you see on one corner, in a corner, when we create more slides. Right now we have only one. So let's begin with the uses of the present simple. Can you
Mhm.
tell me when do we have to use present simple? In what kind of
Um,
situations?
a a situation that happens at a in normally happens, or have habits or routines.
Habits and routines. Perfect, perfect. That is one of the uses. What other use can we identify?
Um, a, Things that normally um, mm, happen.
What do we mean by that?
Cosas que suceden normalmente.
Mm-hmm. Like what? Like an accident?
Mm, no sé. No.
um, for habits, habitual actions, and routines, right? We use the present simple. So let's add that to talk about habits and routines. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Let me correct this word. Routine. Okay. For example, I go to the gym every on the weekends. Vamos a decir. Oh yes, you said British English at weekends. So I go to the gym at weekends. Right, it's something that you do regularly. Another example would be if you say, we always celebrate Christmas at my grandma's house. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Another use is to talk about scientific facts or general truth. What would be a general fact? What would be an example of, uh, a scientific fact?
Eh, em, no me sé ningún ejemplo en inglés, pero sé a lo que te refieres.
Un hecho científico, algo que sucede siempre, en
Yes.
cada ocasión, cada vez, que no depende de la opinión de alguien, o la posición de alguien, o las preferencias de alguien. Es científico, es algo que uno no puede discutir. Que sería un ejemplo de eso. Como cuando alguien dice, no, no es una opinión, es un hecho. Es un hecho científico.
Em, no se me ocurre nada, la verdad.
I'll give you one. The moon goes around Earth. ¿Verdad?
Ujú.
What other example now can you think of?
Eh, the sun rises in the.
I lost you for a second. Dijiste the sun.
Rises
Yes.
in the east.
Perfect. Perfect. And where does it set?
Mm. ¿Qué?
The opposite. Where does it set? ¿A dónde se oculta?
Ah, no sé.
¿En el este también?
Yes. Mhm.
O sea, sube, se queda ahí y baja otra vez por el mismo lugar.
No lo sé.
¿A dónde está ahora el sol en cuanto a tu rostro? ¿En qué parte está? Acá, 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 allá. ¿Dónde está ahora? ¿Izquierda, derecha?
Eh, Derecha.
Derecha, bien. ¿A dónde estará? ¿De qué lado estará? Si tú te quedas ahí durante todo el día, ¿dónde estará cuando sean las 6 de la tarde o 5 de la tarde? ¿En qué lado estará? ¿Estará
Eh,
todavía a la derecha?
no,
¿Dónde estará?
a la izquierda.
Exacto, viaja, ¿verdad? Viaja, se traslada. Entonces, ¿cuál es el lado opuesto del este?
El oeste.
Ahí es donde se oculta. So, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. That is a great example of a scientific fact. Now, a general truth is something that people believe to be truth. Uh, most people, we talk about, you know, the majority. It's like a general notion, right? People say it might be a generalization. A generalization would be, for instance, that um most men love sports. Most men
Mhm.
like watching action movies and science fiction. Most men, not
Mhm.
everybody. Of course, not everybody. That's why it's general, it's not absolute. It's 90%, right? Cats are afraid of the water, and also monkeys. That is a general truth because there are cats that like water. My cat doesn't like it. Most cats like drinking milk, for instance. What else? Children love playing with toys. So, what would be an example of a general truth?
Mm,
Una generalización.
mm, em, mm, the dogs eat pienso, no sé cómo se dice.
¿Qué cosa?
La comida para perros, no sé cómo se dice.
Dog food.
Mm.
Yes. Yes. So, what else? What else?
No sé.
um, Let me give you this one. Doctors have terrible handwriting.
¿El qué? No te entiendo.
let me type it. Doctors usually have terrible handwriting. I wrote it in the on the whiteboard.
Okay.
Let me put it here. Is it true?
Mm, yes.
Yes. Yes, todos hemos sido víctimas de la terrible letra de los doctores. Necesita traductor.
Mm,
Alright. ¿Se entendió?
yes.
Alright. So, we still have some other uses to talk about. Another one is to talk about permanent situations. A permanent situation would be when it's about an action or an event or something that you do that is supposed to be like that, that it is normal to be like that. It's not temporary, it's not just to get out of an emergency, it's not just for this week, it's not just for this month. It's supposed to be like that unless something bad happens or you decide to quit. Otherwise, it will continue happening. For instance, you could say, I live in Spain. Living in
Yes.
Spain is not something that it is only for today. It's not like you live in different countries every day, right? It's not a routine because it's not actually an action that you spend time doing. You know, it's more like a state or something like that. The other the other example would be when you talk about jobs and work. You could say, I work at a hospital, or I work in a hospital. Todo escribo mal. Hospital. I work in a hospital. This is supposed to be permanent. A job is supposed to be permanent unless you are doing that job only for today or only for this week. What was your job again?
I am lawyer.
You are a lawyer, exactly. Right? I am a doctor. I work in a hospital. That is also a good example, right? You could say, I am a lawyer. I work at a law firm, right? She is a lawyer. She works in a law firm. That's your working place, right? You work in a law firm, according to what you said in the first meeting. That is a permanent situation. We also use the present simple to talk about schedules and timetables. A timetable is basically whatever you have to write in your calendar. Suppose that you have a meeting with I don't know, your doctor next week. Maybe you
Mm-hmm.
have a checkup. Maybe you have some pain, right? You talked with your doctor. You have set up a day and you have to go next week. So in that case, because it is a schedule, the meeting is scheduled, you would use the present simple. You could say, I have a doctor appointment on Monday morning. On Monday morning, you can use the present simple instead of saying I will have a doctor appointment or I will go to the doctor on Monday. So instead of using the future, you would use the present. The same way when you talk about your birthday. You could say my birthday is in November, for example. My birthday is in December. So see, you can use the present instead of saying my birthday will be or my birthday is going to be. You just use the present. My birthday is. Right? We have classes. What day do we have classes?
I have classes on Monday and Wednesday.
Exactly. We have classes on Monday and Wednesday. So that is a schedule because it is written in the calendar, right? It's an appointment as well. Or when you have an appointment with your friends. If you made an appointment to meet each other on Friday evening, for example, you would use the present. You would say, I see my friends on Friday. Right? You could say that. I'm not saying that you have to say that. I'm saying that you can say that. ¿Se entiende? No estás obligada, pero sí estás habilitada para decirlo, para usar el presente. Because it will be a timetable or schedule. Another example is when you talk about things that are already programmed, like a bus departure, or train, or plane, or boat, or any means of transport. You could say the train leaves in 1 hour. The train leaves in 1 hour, so you have to be in the train station at that time. You could say, for instance, hurry up, the movie starts in half an hour. Instead of saying the movie will start or is going to start. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any questions?
No.
Good. Let's talk about then about the present continuous. We are only seeing the uses today. We're not seeing the structure so far because I believe you already know the structure, do you?
Yeah.
Alright, so let's not waste time, reviewing the structure. So let's just focus on the uses right now. Well, the very first use that we can think of when we talk about the present continuous is to talk about actions in progress at the moment of speaking. I mean, right now. what you are doing right now. You are listening to me, you are writing something, you are breathing, you are thinking. Maybe you are also thinking about other things, not just English. Maybe you are thinking what you're gonna cook tonight. Or maybe you are thinking about what you can eat, probably because you're hungry, right? You are thinking that maybe this lesson could be taught in a different way by other teachers, right? You could be thinking
Mhm.
about so many things at the same time, and you are also doing other things than just thinking. You are listening, you are breathing, you are nodding your head, all of this at the same time, right now. What is your mother doing right now?
My mother is working.
Yes, good, good, good. If you're not sure, because we don't have, the magic ball, the magic crystal, you could say probably. My mother is probably working, right?
Okay.
My boyfriend right now is probably, I don't know, working as well, or sleeping at home, taking a nap, traveling, driving. What do you think your boyfriend is doing right now? Probably, most likely.
Working.
Exactly. If you know this is his working hours, you would say that. He's probably working. I'm sure that he's working, etc., etc. Right? Now this is easy. It's very easy. Is the very first use that everybody learns, right? So that is not a problem. This is very easy. Now, the following uses is what most people tend to forget, or they never actually learned, depending on what they did in order to learn this tense. So let's see the second use to talk about intentions for the future. The present continuous has many uses. Many uses. It has like 4 or 5 uses, including one use for the negative sentences. This one, however, is the only use for the present continuous that talks about the future. You are using the present to talk about the future. So, one example of that, if you tell me, like you said before, I am seeing my friends on Friday. This is an intention that you have. This is an arrangement that you have. Intention for the future is also arrangement.
Okay.
So let's put it in that way to talk about intention slash arrangement for the future. Es, in Spanish we say quedar con alguien, quedar en hacer algo, right? So you need another person maybe, or tú puedes quedar contigo misma, por ejemplo. Algo que tú decides hacer en el futuro. Tienes la intención de hacerlo, tienes ese arreglo, ya lo has decidido. Another example, if you tell me, I am watching a nice movie tonight. I'm watching, I will watch. So, can you think of an example for this?
Uh, I am going to work out this afternoon.
All right, right. An intention. The intention of working out. Good, good. However, be careful when you use going to, because that is future. When you use going to and another verb, going to work, that is not present continuous anymore. So
Okay.
let's avoid using that. Let me put it there. Going to plus verb. See, let's not use this one. Let's not use this structure.
Okay.
So your the second verb, I'm going to work out. Your second verb is work. So let's use that verb in this way. The verb to be and that word in ing.
Okay.
So in your case, it would be I am working out, and then you will tell me when.
This afternoon.
Perfect. I am working out this afternoon. Right? If you don't mention the time, the when, if you don't mention that, then you would be using the previous use. People will think that you are doing it right now. If you say I'm working out. So in order for you to express that is an intention for the future, you need to say when. And it has to be a future time. Tomorrow, tonight, next week, next month, next year, etc., etc. Give me another example.
Um, eh, I am um, staying at home on Friday.
Perfect. Yes. Yes. By using this tense in that way, the person who is listening to you already think that it is your intention, is your plan. So you don't need to specify that it is an intention. You don't need to say that. It is already implied by using this tense. Good,
Mm-hmm.
good, perfect. Let's move on. The next use for the present continuous is to talk about temporary situation. Temporary situations using until. It's not an obligation either, but usually the case. Situaciones temporarias. When something is not supposed to happen in that way, it's not supposed to be normal. It's not supposed to be normal. It's just to get out of the emergency. It's just for the moment. It's just for that time until things get better, until everything goes back to normal. So when you use it in that way, whatever you are saying is not normal. Let me give you an example. My friend is staying with me for a couple of weeks until she finds her own place. Let me put it this. Until plus subject plus verb. Let's do that. Just in case you need that information. So, it's not supposed to be like that. It's not, your friend is not staying with you forever. It is only for the moment until her situation is resolved. You could also say, for instance, I am driving my mother's cars until mine is fixed. Suppose that your car is not working, it is in the mechanic, right? They are fixing your car, so you don't have your car right now, but you need to use something to go to work. You need some kind of transportation, so you are using your mother's cars in the meantime. But it's not supposed to be like that. It's not your car. You have to return it once your car is already fixed. So it is just temporary. Can you think of another example?
I am staying at home until no, uh, I am not going out until um, stop rain.
The rain stops.
Yes, the rain stop.
That that sounds more like an intention. You have the intention to go out. Remember, it's not supposed to be normal. Es solamente para salir de la emergencia. Así que tiene que ser, tienes que pensar en algo que no se supone que sea así. No es normal. No se espera que sea así.
Mm. Um,
Imagínate que algo no es normal, pero tú lo haces hasta que vuelvan las cosas a la normalidad. Por ejemplo, si se te ha acabado el dinero de tu salario de este mes, se te ha acabado o tienes muy poquito, right? Y necesitas esperar a fin de mes, ¿tú cobras por mes?
sí.
Necesitas esperar a fin de mes para volver a tener tu sueldo y allí poder quizás comer normalmente, digamos. Entonces, algo sucedió, te gastaste todo el dinero, te quedó muy poquito, pero necesitas estirar un par de días hasta que cobres nuevamente. ¿Qué estarías comiendo mientras tanto hasta que llegues a cobrar? Que si no fuese porque tienes muy poquito dinero, no sería así.
I am eating pasta until I uh, got get my money.
Excellent. Excellent. I am eating pasta. Suppose that is, just to get out of the emergency. Just until you get your salary again. Then you are going to eat what you normally eat, which would be, I guess, something more elaborated. ¿Se entendió este uso?
Mhm.
All right. The next use is to express annoying behaviors. And this time you're going to use the word always. You could say, for instance, ya que escribí mal. No, ahí está. Behavior. Using always. For instance, you could say, my mother-in-law is always criticizing everything I do. ¿Cuál sería la traducción de esa oración?
Mi madre siempre critica todo lo que hago.
Ok, no es madre. Mother-in-law no es madre. ¿Qué sería?
Madrastra.
No precisamente. Es la mamá de tu novio.
Ah. Ok.
¿Cómo decimos a la mamá de la pareja?
Mother-in-law.
Sí, sí, mother-in-law en inglés. ¿Cómo lo decimos en español? ¿Cómo le dices tú a la mamá de tu novio?
Ah, suegra. Suegra.
Exacto, exacto. Mother-in-law es suegra. Mi suegra está siempre...
Eh, criticando todo lo que hago.
Exacto. ¿No es típico?
Bueno, en mi caso no.
En mi caso no, quizás en el tuyo. Sí. Sí, 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 sí. Sí, sí. Pero es un ejemplo. Es un ejemplo. My mother-in-law is always criticizing everything I do. Podría ser tu madre, podría ser tu padre, tu hermano, tu jefe, tu compañero de trabajo, tu amiga, tu vecino. Alguien que anda siempre criticando. Tu ex. Right? Solo para chequear. Ahora que sabes que in-law con madre significa suegra, ¿qué sería sister-in-law?
Cuñada.
Bien. Brother-in-law,
Cuñado.
father-in-law.
Suegro.
Perfecto. Ahora chequeamos. Cuando tú dices in-law, significa es la familia de tu pareja.
Okay.
Ya sea mother, father, sister, brother. Alright. Temporary situation, no behavior, intentions, arrangement. Me está faltando uno. Me está faltando uno. Bueno, hasta que me acuerde vamos a hablar de los negatives. Y eso or approval. I disapprove. To express refusal, unwillingness or disapproval. ¿Conoces esas tres palabras?
Unwillingness, no.
Unwillingness viene del sustantivo will, sí, no del verbo modal, sino del sustantivo will. Como sustantivo significa puede significar dos cosas, una de dos. O es la palabra voluntad, tú tienes la voluntad de hacer algo, es decir, cuando tú tienes ganas de hacer algo, tú quieres hacer algo. O will también puede significar testamento. Como por ejemplo si tú dices, my grandma didn't write a will. She didn't have a will. Ella no tenía ningún testamento, no escribió ningún testamento. Right? So will can also be a noun. Aquí lo usamos como noun cuando hablamos de unwillingness. Es decir, el un le quita el significado, es decir, no tener la voluntad, por ejemplo. En este caso va a ser de voluntad. No tener la voluntad. Y ness le da... le devuelve la categoría de sustantivo. Porque si tú dices unwilling nada más, es un adjetivo. Entonces, para hacerlo sustantivo le ponemos ness y queda unwillingness, es decir, no tener la voluntad. Básicamente no tener ganas, no te place hacerlo. No quieres, no quieres. O disapproval. Tú no apruebas, no le das el ok cuando alguien quiere hacer algo. Por ejemplo, you could say, I'm not... Bueno, vamos a dar un contexto. My boss asked me to work this Saturday. Right? Ese es el contexto. Ahí no hay present continuous. Ahora viene present continuous. But it's my birthday. And I'm not working on my birthday. So you would say no. Mi jefe me pidió que trabaje este sábado, pero como es mi cumpleaños, ¿right? No trabajaré. No voy a trabajar en mi cumpleaños. En lugar de decir I am not going to work, o I will not, o I won't. En lugar de usar future, sigo usando present continuous, porque aplica refusal, unwillingness. Right? Supongamos que tu abuela, ¿todavía tienes abuela?
Yes.
Tu abuela te pide nietos. Tu abuela te pide nietos. Te dice, Ana, ¿cuándo me darás mis nietos? Y tú dices, abuela, soy muy joven todavía para eso. Tengo toda una vida por delante. Pero en lugar de decir eso, simplemente le expresas que no tienes todavía la voluntad de tener hijos. Right? ¿Cómo lo dirías usando este tiempo verbal?
My grandmother asking me when I
would have when I would have kids.
When I would, yes, but I am not want yet.
I'm not having. You have a child. Yes. But I'm not having any children, right? Because I'm too young.
Yes.
Good. I'm not having any children because I want to do many other things with my life first. Or simply, I'm not having any children because I don't like children. No lo sé, right?
Mhm.
Pero al menos dices algo más. O sea, ¿por qué? Mínimo, explicación mínima, ¿no?
Yeah.
Bien. Si alguien te, te pide tu teléfono, ¿no? Supongo que hay un chico con el que trabajas que quiere algo contigo, ¿no? Y insiste, insiste, insiste. Quiere tu teléfono, dame tu teléfono, me gustas. ¿Cuándo salimos juntos? Y te pide el teléfono, dame tu teléfono, ándale, dame tu teléfono. Y tú le dices, forget it, I'm not giving you my phone number. Simple como eso, ¿no? Suena un poquito duro,
Mhm.
pero la idea es usar el tiempo verbal. I'm not giving you my phone number. En lugar de I won't give you. We are
Yes.
not going out. Y puedes decir, I'm not giving you my phone number. We are not going out.
Mhm.
No saldremos. Alright. Entonces,
Yes.
mira cuántos usos tiene el presente continuo.
Yes.
Algunos de esos son básicamente lo opuesto, directamente lo opuesto del presente simple. Como por ejemplo, permanent situation. Permanent situation es lo opuesto de temporary situation. Right?
Okay.
Y hábitos y rutinas o cosas habituales es casi lo opuesto de decir algo que estás haciendo ahora. No es rutina, es ahora nada más. Bien. Entonces te quedaría por repasar esto, te quedaría por estudiarlo, crear ejemplos. Si pudieses crear un párrafo, un texto, en donde tú mezclas los dos, cosas que dirás usando el presente simple, que deben aplicar sus usos del presente simple, mezclado con cosas del presente continuo.
Mhm.
Como por ejemplo, I always go to the gym on Fridays. Supongamos que estamos en viernes. Estamos en viernes. Tú me dices, I always go to the gym on Friday. But today, I'm not going because I'm sick. Today I'm not
Okay.
going. Hoy no voy porque estoy enferma. Because I'm sick. O está lloviendo. O se me rompió el coche. O porque tengo visitas. ¿No? O no sé. El gym está cerrado por renovación. No sé, algo. Right? Pero generalmente
Mhm.
vas. Nada más que hoy no lo haces. Hoy, por ser hoy, no lo haces. Pero generalmente sí lo haces. ¿Te animarías a escribir un parrafito chiquitito para la próxima clase?
Yes.
Bien,
Okay.
bien. Entonces, para la próxima clase, ¿me mostrarías ese parrafito?
Yes.
Y ahí controlamos lo que se pueda controlar y si está todo perfecto, continuamos al siguiente tema. ¿Sí? Cuanto más temas cubramos en el menor tiempo posible, más progresarás, o sea, más rápido progresarás. Así que veremos. Trata de hacerlo tú misma, ¿sí? Trata de no usar inteligencia artificial o copy-paste de algún website. Trata de hacerlo con tu propio esfuerzo, ¿sí? Con tu propio
Mhm.
vocabulario, en lo
Okay.
posible. No hay problema que no, la idea no es es que escribas un párrafo perfecto. No es alcanzar la perfección, sino simplemente chequear si estamos usando bien los usos, right? Nada más
Okay.
para eso.
Yes.
Bueno, ¿alguna pregunta, alguna
Okay.
consulta?
No,
¿Qué te pareció lo de hoy?
bien.
¿Bien? ¿Te sirve?
Sí, sí, sí.
Bien, bien. Entonces, lo terminamos por ahora y te veré en la siguiente clase.
Vale,
Ok.
perfecto. Thank
Muy
you.
bien. Cuídate,
Bye.
descansa.